Hello students, welcome to the next lecture on the data representation. Today we will discuss one of the important topic named as bar graph. Myself Dr. Harish Garg, you can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. Now, as I mentioned you, the bar graph is one of the most important topics in the statistics. Why it is important, what is the physical meaning of the bar graph, how we can draw it, we can detail discuss in this today's lecture. But before I directly start, let me ask you a very simple questions. Assume that the last week on a YouTube, 5 different kind of the videos were uploaded. The videos names are algebra, calculus, probability, linear algebra, and the numerical analysis. And the corresponding views on the YouTube videos are seen in front of you. As you can see, the 28,000, 15,000, 45,000, 20,000, and 44,000 are the views uploaded for the various videos. Now, if I ask you one question, can you tell me which one has received the highest number of the views? कैसे आप इसका आंसर फाइंड करोगे आप? You can clearly look about these tables. किसके views सबसे ज़्यादा है? You can see the probability views is one of the highest. It's a 45,000. Then your answer of this problem is probability. Fine, that's quite very easy. Now, if I ask the second and third questions, which two videos have nearly the same number of the views? How you can get the answer? You can compare the algebra with the calculus. You can compare the calculus with the probability. You can compare the algebra with the probability and so on. Now you can compare them and see the probability and the numerical analysis has almost a similar number of the views. इसका मतलब आपको one by one comparison करना होगा. And look about the third questions. By how much the calculus video, this is my calculus video, outperform over the probability videos. So how you can find that? You can subtract the views and get the answer of the problem. ये तो अब बड़ा आसान है because the data is a very small. Then you can easily answer of all these problem. But अगर मैं इस data set को change कर दूं, instead of the 5 videos, if we have the 100 videos, fine. If you have the 100 videos, their views are also in terms of the thousands, then can you still answer of all these videos in a very less time? Can you get the answer in a very less time? Of course not, because would you still like to compare using the table if you have the 100 videos? Answer is no. So then what will happen? तो कैसे आप compare करोगे? Then we are using as the bar graph. In that bar graph, we can convert the given numbers into the graph as you can see in this picture. And then you can compare all these questions which becomes effortless. जैसा कि आप देख पाओगे इस पिक्चर में ग्रीन कलर की हाइट सबसे ज्यादा है, तो आपका आंसर सीधा ही हो जाएगा कि ग्रीन कलर की हाइट ज्यादा है. द प्रोबेबिलिटी वीडियोस इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट व्यूज वीडियोस. किन दो वीडियोस में सबसे ज्यादा इक्वालिटी है, ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर है? यू कैन सी द ग्रीन कलर एंड द रेड कलर. टू ग्राफ्स, टू पीक्स आर ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर. So you can say the probability video and the numerical analysis video has get the same number of the views. Fine. तो इसका मतलब क्या होगा? Instead of taken as a number, you can easily pick the comparison from the graph. Why? Because our eye understand the picture much faster than of the tables. So that's why we are interested to read the bar graph. Or in other words, without reading every numbers, our brain understand the comparison almost very simple way than of the table form. That's why we are using the bar graph. Now, what is the bar graph? Bar graph is the procedure, or is the technique, or is the way you can convert your numbers into the pictures so that you can compare in a very easy manner. But remember that bar graph is a graphical representation of only the categorical or the discrete data, not for the continuous data. Remember, ये सबसे important point है. बार ग्राफ किसके लिए यूज करते हैं? बार ग्राफ is only used for the continuous. Bar graph is used only for the discrete data, not for the continuous. What is the meaning of the discrete data? Is The numbers such as different departments like physics, mathematics, chemistry, biology, and so on. All are my categorical information. Sale of the different products, A product, B product, and so on. That all are representation of the categorical data or called as the discrete data. Continuous कैसा होता है? Like the marks obtained by the students, like 45.5, 75 marks, 65 marks, all are my continuous information. Height of the students, weight of the peoples, ages of the peoples, all are my continuous numerical data. Whenever you have a categorical or called as the discrete information, we are always using the bar graph to represent the data, while whenever we have a continuous information, we always draw the histogram. ये histogram हम इस lecture के बाद डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. So the bar graph is a graphical representation of the discrete informations with rectangular bars. So we always draw the rectangles and the width of the each rectangle must be same. ये जो आपकी horizontal width है ये हमेशा और हमेशा सेम होनी चाहिए. Whatsoever the categorical information you have. And the height, ये जो height है आपके पास ये कितनी height होगी? That is dependent upon the frequency. Like previous example में हमने जो frequency क्या थी वो आपकी number of the views on the videos received. The most important feature of the bar graph is there is a gap between the two bar graphs. ये जो आपकी rectangles है they are not touches with each other. They are always with the separated categories. That means the bar graph does not touches each other. और ये itself define करता है the bar graphs are my independent categories. तो अगर आप इस tabular form का bar graph define करो, then the bar graph will be look like this case, and you can easily see the horizontal distance between the each bar graph are always same, and there is a proper spacing between them. What are the features of the bar graph? So very important feature is that each of the bar graph has of the equal width. ये मैं आपको already बता चुका हूँ. The width of the each bar graph must be the same and they are of the equal spacing. There is an equal gap between the adjacent bar. That means if it is A, that is my B. The distance between the AB and the distance between the CD must be same. आप ग्राफ को इस तरह से नहीं बना सकते कि एक ग्राफ आपका यहाँ पे है, दूसरा आपका यहाँ है, and the third one will be look like say this. Clearly say the distance between the first two bar graph is less as compared to the second and the third. You can never draw like this way. The distance between the two bars are always same. There is an equal gap between the adjacent bar. The height, that is a y-axis. Y-axis will represent my frequency and the x-axis will represent my category like subjects, country, product, months, and so on. The bar graph is always easy to read, and once you can draw the bar graph, you can easily represent which one is the largest category. Like in this particular example, February is the largest category. Smallest category is my December is the smallest category. Which one is the almost equal width? December and March are almost equal width. Difference among the category, you can easily category the difference between the January and the February. Bar graph is important. What is the importance of the bar graph? Whenever we are trying to compare the different categories, we can represent the data visually. We can spot always the decision makings. Decision making means whenever you are trying to compare the two or more data sets, and it is easy to understand. Again, the bar graph is a popular in use in comparison of the newspaper in one of the reports once you are presenting your master degree or the bachelor degree. It is also important in the election results when you are comparing one category or the one party with the other party. Business representations, research papers, all are the widely used for the bar graph. If you are interested to watch how we can draw the bar graphs and what are the various examples, you can watch my next lecture, that is a 10 plus examples of the bar graph, available at my YouTube channel Dr. Harish Garg. Till then, you can share my videos, subscribe my YouTube channels, and mark interested to watch more videos in the comment box. Best of luck students. Happy learning.